Okay, so my desk chair broke, so I am editing this from the floor, but I filmed this at the beginning of February, and it is now almost the end of May, and I'm just getting it up, but I didn't want to scrap it, so yeah. This was filmed at the beginning of the year in the winter, and now you're seeing it, so the show must go on. Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I'm doing something that I've never done before, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and yeah, I'm really excited about it. It might be a challenge in the editing because I have not blocked out my address on any of these, so I'm gonna try my best to hide that from you. But essentially, I have not opened a PR box in a really long time. I'm talking like before Christmas, which I know might be irresponsible, but life has kind of gotten in the way. So now I'm going to be doing a massive PR unboxing haul. My address is in like 12 million different places on all of these, but yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Essentially, I'll get like sent books to talk about on my channel or show on my channel, and these I think are like mostly unsolicited, so they just kind of show up. I never really know when they're going to show up, and it's a lot of fun. It's like a nice little gift, and I've been getting it for years, but it is still a lot of fun to have like surprise books show up at my door. So I have no clue like what is in any of these boxes. They are from various publishers and everything, and yeah, I think it's just gonna be fun to kind of like dive on in and see. Actually, I have another package over here. I have so many of these to unbox, it is ridiculous. So I just pushed everything that way because it's kind of hard for me to like angle everything to not show you my address, but I'm actually going to start off with, and you might be able to see that I'm wearing Christmas pajama shorts. It's kind of hot in here, but I'm going to start off with a couple of books that I actually got for myself. So these are pre-orders that have shown up. The rest of the books here are, they just showed up for me, which is fun. I pre-order everything at the beginning of the year, and then I don't really remember what's coming out. I didn't even remember pre-ordering this. Okay, so apparently I pre-ordered Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. So Colleen Hoover, I guess, has a new book. Oh, mine has like an ink stain in it, and I just so happened to open up to that page. That's funny. I don't know what this one is about, but I mean, I do still have some Colleen Hoover books to read for that like second Colleen Hoover reading vlog that I was going to do, so let me know if you would like me to do that soon, and I can do that and add this one on there. Wow, I can't speak. Okay, and next we have Reggie and Delilah's Year of Falling by Elise Bryant. So I read, what is it called? My True Love, no, One True Loves? My True Loves? I can't think of what it's called right now, but I read it by this author last year and I really enjoyed it a lot. So I was very excited for this one because it's like different holidays that these characters keep on meeting on. It sounds adorable, so I'm definitely looking forward to this one. I was doing this and then I realized that you could see all my addresses, so we've just kind of like changed angles and everything. So I was just opening up this box, but it says on it, "Welcome to a world of magical creatures hidden in plain sight." And this is a debut, I can't speak today, by Kayash Monsef. And this is from Simon & Schuster. So in here we have a bookmark that is like shaped like a feather. It's super pretty. And then we also have a letter from the author here. And on here I learned that this book is actually based on Iranian fairy tales, which is super cool. And here we have the actual book. I've never seen this before, but it is coming out April 4th, 2023. And it's actually, it says it's a middle grade fiction. Interesting. It doesn't really look like a middle grade fiction, but this definitely seems like one to look out for. Really excited for that one. So thank you very much to Simon & Schuster. My office is going to be a disaster zone after this. I'm already dreading it. Okay, so let's move on to this package here, which this one is there an address on that side? No, this is from Harlequin. I'm actually doing some like TikToks and stuff with Harlequin, so they have sent me quite a few books. I just have not shown you guys them yet. Ah, here we have another Colleen Hoover. So this is Never Never by Colleen Hoover and Taryn Fisher, and I actually did a little campaign with them for this title, so excited to have a copy of it. Where to next? Let's go for an envelope. So this is also from Simon & Schuster. It's quite heavy, but it says on the back, "Your mystical guide to self-care awaits. Luminary" by Kate Skelsa. Let's see. I love these envelopes because they're so shiny. Makes me happy. Wow, there's lots of stuff coming out here. Okay, so what do we have in here? We have lots of very shiny things, which is very pleasing to me. I think this is supposed to be like a gemstone or something. I'm not entirely sure, but we have that. We have a pen that says "Work, Play, stay. And then we have a little notebook, which has a sticker on the outside, and we have some tarot cards in there. And these tarot cards are like so shiny, which is fun. But this is the actual book. So it is Luminary, a magical guide to self-care. They've never really sent me a book like this before. Very interesting. So self-care is not only necessary, it's magical. A collection of both mystical and practical tools to help deal with stress, depression, and other challenges. It's a one-of-a-kind guide to mindfulness and self-care for teens to support a life of empowerment, confidence, and of course, magic. And it's like an illustrated guide. Very cool. This is like really pretty, and it has different exercises in it and stuff. This is awesome. Next, I have another package from HarperCollins here. So HarperCollins and Harlequin are the same. So in here, we have a couple of books. Ooh, these definitely seem like the kinds of books that my sister would like, to be honest. So sometimes when I'm getting like packages like this, I like to, obviously, like, I'm not going to keep everything, but I will kind of see like what my family would like or my friends would like too. So we have The Social Climber by Amanda Pellegrino and Just the Nicest Couple by Mary Kubica. And this is by the author of Local Woman Missing. I definitely recognize this one, but these are like thriller mystery stories. This one is set a week before the main character's wedding, and there's like secrets that come. I wonder if this is a whatchamacallit, oh my god, Pride and Prejudice retelling, because the main character's name is Eliza Bennet, so it kind of seems like it might be. I'm not entirely sure, but this one does seem really interesting. And I mean, I'm not a huge fan of thrillers, but I know like my sister loves them. They're probably some of her favorites, so she's definitely going to be excited for both of these. Okay, let's go to I'm gonna go to this box here. So this is another one from Simon & Schuster. This has 4 books in it. We've got lots going on in here. But we have Black Ice by Becca Fitzpatrick. Oh my god, that's the author of Hush Hush. Wait, so is this just a repackage? I think this is a repackage because it kind of sounds familiar. But Hush Hush, of course, is like a really older, like popular YA, and I do remember Black Ice being by the same author. So it's kind of like a survival story. Oh, and there's a blizzard, so good for this time of year. In exchange for her life, the main character agrees to guide these men off of the mountain, and as they say, wow, this seems like a very high stakes situation. I do want to see if this is what I'm thinking of and if the book has been out for a little bit, because I feel like it has. Yeah, 2014, so it has been out for a little bit and it's been repackaged. Fun. And then we also have Retro, which is by Sophia Lapunte and Jared Shusterman. Okay, interesting. So Jared Shusterman is the son of Neil Shusterman and has written a couple of books with him, but this is the first time that I've seen him like write something on his own. A cyberbullying incident at the main character's school goes viral, and that's kind of the catalyst for the story. So I think that this one might be a middle grade. I'm trying to see if it will tell me. Oh no, it's not a middle grade. I don't know why it looks like it. I guess looking at the characters, they don't seem that young. I don't know why this one was giving me middle grade vibes, but it is indeed a YA story, and it definitely seems like intriguing. I mean, on the back it says they lied to us, they kidnapped us, now it's time to get even. I'm intrigued. Then The Love Match. This one I was kind of looking at when I was at the bookstore around Christmas time, but it's by Priyanka Taslim. And this has such a nice cover because like there's a design on the back that I don't think you can really see it, but it does look really nice. So this follows a main character who is basically Bangladeshi royalty, but she actually is living in New Jersey. This one actually kind of seems like it is a Pride and Prejudice retelling. It's like main character's friend convinces her that like she needs a good match, Jane Austen style. So there's this whole sort of thing that ends up happening with that. It looks really cute. And finally in this package was 16 and Pregnant, a novel. Wait, MTV 16 and Pregnant, a novel by Lala Thomas? Interesting. Is this fiction? Yeah, I guess it's fiction because it says a novel. So the bond between 2 best friends is put to the test when one of them gets pregnant in this contemporary novel inspired by MTV's iconic reality show. I never really watched that show, but like I can see the intrigue there. I'm going to go to another book specific package here. So this features Spellbound by F.T. Lukens, and I know that because it says it on the outside, but I believe this is once again from Simon & Schuster, and this one is coming out April 4th, and it's really hard for me to open this package. I can't really show you the box because like it has my address like just on the top of it. But in here we have 2 stickers for Spellbound, which is a lot of fun, and we have the book. So I am behind a book on h.leblanc, but their debut that I read I really liked, so I definitely am excited for this one. It seems very different, like Carry On meets The Raven Boys in this brand new contemporary fantasy romance. Seems like a lot of fun. This sticker also has an orange cat on it. That makes me so happy, but also so sad. Let's go back to HarperCollins now, or Harlequin, same thing. In here we have, oh, I've actually never read anything by this author, but I've heard some really good things. So Codename Sapphire by Pam Janoff. This is a historical fiction, and it is about a woman who must rescue her cousin's family from a train bound for Auschwitz in this riveting tale of bravery and resistance during World War II. That definitely seems like a really, like, it's going to be a very hard read. I have definitely seen this author around quite a bit, so I would love to know, like, why she is so popular. But I love historical fiction, and I love things that are like intense and make me feel something, and I think that's what I'm gonna get here. Oh, I can actually show you guys the outside of this one. Super cute. So this is This Time Is Real by h.leblanc. So let's get this package open because it seems to have a lot going on in here. And this one is from, it might be a Disney one, I'm not sure, because they do stuff through like a third-party company, so I recognize the third-party company, but I do not know because Simon & Schuster also does stuff through that third-party company. So This Time Is Real, which is on sale February 7th, which when I'm filming this is tomorrow, so this will be out by the time you see this. It says, get ready to fall in love in this hilarious rom-com about a girl who begins a fake relationship with a famous actor in her class. Yes, this is perfect for fans of Meg Cabot and Jenny Han. That sounds amazing. We do have a lot of stuff going on in here, and there also is like this stuff, and I'm trying not to get it everywhere, which is the absolute struggle. Okay, so we have 2 chocolate bars in here. We have dark chocolate and then milk chocolate, so I'm gonna bring dark chocolate home to my mom because she loves dark chocolate. I am not a fan. The milk chocolate I'm gonna eat. And then we have, oh, send a little love note. So it's like little folded up love notes. That's so cute. Got a little clutch too. This is adorable. I love the cover illustration, and they've really like used it to the best of their abilities here. And I'm gonna try and get out the book without getting these papers everywhere. I'm gonna find them absolutely everywhere. I just know it. Okay, we're good. But this is, oh, Scholastic. I forgot that Scholastic works with them too. So This Time It's Real by h.leblanc. This cover is so beautiful. The back image is so beautiful, and they really have used it to the best of their abilities, and this concept sounds really adorable as well. And Meg Cabot even blurbed it. I can't speak, but this sounds so good. So thank you very much, Scholastic, for sending that my way. I mean, thank you to all the publishers. If I forget to say thank you, it doesn't mean that I'm not grateful, I promise. All right, another book-specific package, this envelope here. So this is Daughters of Iduma, and this is by Moses Oze Atumi. Utami, I may have totally butchered that name, and I really apologize. If you ever know how to pronounce something and I'm saying it wrong, please like leave a little guide down below, and I will try my best, because I am trying my best. Ooh, this is super pretty. Eat, Dance, Fight. Oh. So this is coming out once again, actually, it comes out tomorrow, so February 7th, 2023. So by the time you see this, it will be out. But we have a letter from the author once again in here. So this deals with like combative sports, and it's inspired by like society's policing of women who are larger. And I mean, you can see from the cover, like it's such a beautiful cover, and I love that it's depicting that and like that representation. This seems like a really cool read. I'm very excited for this one. Okay, next we have another book that I'm really excited for, and this has been sitting here for a very long time, but I haven't gotten to it. So on the outside it says, some evils haunt us in the dark, others hide in plain sight. Dun dun dun. And this is a package with Delicious Monsters by Liselle Sambury, who is the author of Blood Like Magic, which I still need to read, but this sounds super cool. Oh, there is so much going on in here. Look at all that. We have a letter from the author, which is always lovely. We have, of course, the actual book here. When is this one coming out? February 28th, so not too long to go for this one. Daisy Sees Dead People. Oh, and it's set in Toronto. How exciting. It's like this haunted mansion though, that I believe it's like historical, but then not. It's like set in both time periods, which is super cool. So we have some rave reviews for it. We have this little coaster, which is like in the shape of a leaf, which is fun. And then there's also, which I'm not gonna take out because once again, there's the little like whatchamacallit, the little papers, and I don't want those to go everywhere. But I am super looking forward to this book. I think it sounds awesome, and I love like the historical element, but also the like mystery thriller element. It really seems very, very cool. All right, let's go for a bigger box now. So I have, wait, let me take off the address sticker. So I have this big box here from Simon & Schuster. Oh my God, this one has food in it. I'm so hungry too. Man, I haven't had lunch yet. What? We have gourmet popcorn. How long has this been sitting here? Because it'd be really unfortunate if it has expired. I don't see an expiry date, but I'm sure that it's fine. But it's actually from a company that employs autistic adults. That's awesome. I really love that. It's called Popcorn for the People. And yep, it's a happy holidays thing. That's my bad, but this is a New Year, New Obsession box. So we all know the best movies and TV shows are inspired by YA books. Enjoy these books that inspired some of your fave new and upcoming adaptations with popcorn from Popcorn for the People. Lots going on here. So we have When You Were Mine by Rebecca Searle, which I absolutely did not realize was adapted, but I think it's somewhere over here. I have actually a copy of this book and I haven't gotten the chance to read it yet, but it is a Shakespeare retelling, which I tend to really love. And it's actually about Rosaline. So that is the name of, it's actually on Hulu. It's a 20th Century Studios film. I'll have to see where you can get it in Canada, but Rosaline is the name of it. Oh, I don't even have a copy of this book. Judy Blume's Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I know I had heard that this was being adapted, but obviously this is such an iconic book. And I actually, like, one of the first books that I remember wanting my dad to go and like, I remember going to Chapters and wanting to pick up all the Judy Blume books because I had read, I think I started with Blubber and then moved on to this one. Actually, I think it was Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing that we read for class, and then I ended up reading Blubber and I loved Blubber, and then reading like the rest of them. I read this one and really loved it. And then there was one that was like about divorce that I really liked. I can picture the cover, but so nice to have a Judy Blume book. And I think the adaptation is coming out fairly soon. This is such a beautiful copy of this book, which is really sad because I didn't actually like it, but I will pass it on to someone who did enjoy this book. I shouldn't say that I didn't like it. It wasn't my favorite. My expectations were very high, but Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Elier-Senez. This is the 10th anniversary edition, and oh my God, like look at, can you see the edges of that? It is so beautiful. Like, what do the end papers look like? Oh my God, this book is stunning. I just didn't really, like, I could appreciate the writing. Oh, it even has a ribbon bookmark. I could appreciate the writing. It just wasn't for me, but it was such a beautiful story at the same time. And I'll have to look into when the adaptation is coming out. That's very exciting. I didn't know that they were doing an adaptation. Then we have It's Not Summer Without You by Jenny Han. So the sequel to The Summer I Turned Pretty. Wow, I just lost my brains for a second there. But I really enjoyed The Summer I Turned Pretty. I haven't watched the adaptation yet though, which is ridiculous. Then we have The Midnight Club by Christopher Pike. I've never actually heard of this book, but there is an adaptation coming to Netflix, and it seems to be like a mystery thriller story. And then I didn't know this was being adapted. A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow by Laura Taylor Namey, I guess, is being adapted. I have a copy of this one, a hardcover copy, but yeah, I really enjoyed that book. It is a story about a character who's like going through grief. She's going through a lot, and she ends up going to England and having like this kind of transformative experience. It's definitely like you're really working for it, but it was really good. I'll have to look into that adaptation too. I can't speak. But thank you very much to Simon for sending me that package. I am super excited to dive into this popcorn. I'm not gonna lie. Also the chocolate, like popcorn with chocolate, that's absolutely what's happening after I finish filming this. Okay, this is gonna be so long, so I really need to get moving. This package is also from Simon & Schuster, yes. So a lot of times when they send me like these UPS ones, it's like a box in a box. So is this a box in a box? It is a box in a box. I'm like buried in books at this point. So this is Forget Me Not. Oh, which is by Alison Derrick, who has written She Gets the Girl, which I really need to read. But what would you do if you forgot the love of your life existed? So pretty. Love that they used this cover art so much. We have a nice sticker, which is very pretty. And we have a letter from the author here. And then we have the book. This book is stunning. I think this is going to be very, very sad. It is Stevie and Nora. They have this love, like epic once in a lifetime love. And then they have this plan to leave their small, ultra conservative town and families behind after graduation so they can stop hiding that love, because it is a sapphic love story. But then Stevie, she ends up having a terrible fall, and when she comes to, she can't remember anything of the last 2 years. So not like them leaving, not coming to terms with her sexuality, not even Nora. This seems so sad. Oh my goodness. I think this is going to be a really hard read, but I think it's going to be beautiful too. It definitely is something that I'll probably like. I really like emotional contemporaries, and I think that's what that will be. Okay, I only have a few more packages, I swear. So this next one is once again from Simon & Schuster. I am going to try and pick it up for the next little bit. Oh, I'm so sad. Okay, so we have The Shattered City by Lisa Maxwell. This is freaking huge, but this is the third book in the Last Magician series. I actually ended up DNFing that one when I tried to read it last year. It just wasn't for me. Like, I wanted to love it so badly. There's a hair now stuck on my lip. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. So definitely like someone who has loved the series will be really excited for this one. And there are a lot of people out there who have loved the series. My opinion is definitely not the end all and be all. I know a lot of people who really liked it. Now we have another one from HarperCollins / Harlequin here. Oh, it's another copy of Just the Nicest Couple. And is it the same one? Yeah, I think they sent me the same. Yep, they sent me the same thing twice, so now I have 2 copies. Okay, this is super heavy, but this one is also from Simon & Schuster. Oh, geez. All right, we have lots of things in here. So we have The Last Field Party by Abby Glines. There's like this whole, field party series. This is the 7th book, it's looking like. There are a ton of books, but they're like football YA romances, which is fun. Then we have Other Side of the Tracks by Charity Elise. This is actually such a heavy book for some reason. So it's set in Bayside, Hamilton. I wonder, is it in Canada? Oh, so it's 2 racially segregated towns that are bisected by train tracks, and there's only one rule: never cross to the other side ever or else. Interesting. Huh. This seems like it's going to be very interesting and definitely like very intense. I'm very intrigued by this concept. I am running out of room to put all of these books, to be entirely honest. Next is The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. So this is by the author of Better Than the Movies, which actually I meant to include that on my February TBR, which I just filmed, dang it, because I've heard some really amazing things about that book. It is a YA romance, and here's the cover of that one right there. But I just heard some really good things. Like, a lot of people seem to love it. So, oh, this one is set after Valentine's Day. Okay, this is a Valentine's Day story. So I think that I'm going to need to read this one very soon. Essentially, after living through a dumpster fire of a Valentine's Day, Emily Hornby escapes to her grandmother's house in need of some much needed girl talk. It's like a Groundhog Day thing, but with Valentine's Day. That seems fun. I'm into that. And last one in this package is The Secrets We Keep by Cassie Gustafson. It follows a high school freshman who harbors a secret so vile it could implode her whole world, a secret she's managed to keep buried until the day her best friend Hannah accuses Emma's father of a heinous crime. Interesting. So it explores the complex, powerful bonds of friendship and family, asking the difficult question: at what point does Emma's loyalty to another become a betrayal of herself? And the toughest question of all, can Emma find the strength to finally unbury her secret? I think this is going to be quite intense. Maybe it's not a fantasy. I don't know. Next we have another Harlequin package here, and then I have one more Simon & Schuster, and then that's it. Is this again? Why did they send me duplicates of everything? Okay, I'm gonna have to email them and let them know that they've sent me duplicates of everything, but they sent me another copy of Codename Sapphire, so I will have to let them know. So that means that the final package here is the Simon & Schuster one, which is quite heavy. Oh, how unfortunate, I bought myself a copy of this book. Okay, so let's unbox all of this. We have Gleanings, which is the one that I bought myself a copy of, by Neil Shusterman, and it's actually by various authors, I believe, but these are stories from the world of Scythe, which I really love, so that's why I bought myself a copy. Then we have Cruel Illusions by Margie Houston, who is the author of Vampires' Hearts and Other Dead Things. This is like a vampire story, so ever since a vampire murdered her mother, Ava has been determined to get revenge. Well, that seems like it's going to be intense. Then we have a finished copy of A Wilderness of Stars by Shay Earnshaw, which I have an arc of somewhere. Ooh, this is so pretty how it has like constellations on the inside and everything. Lovely. And then we have A Consuming Fire by Laura E. Weymouth. I've read one book by this author before and I wasn't the biggest fan, but she does have like really interesting concepts. So this is this village where every 18 years they have to send a girl to the god of the mountain as a sacrifice. And then we have twins, and the one twin dies because she's given as a sacrifice. What? Wow. So then the surviving one, she sets out to like kill the god of the mountain. Interesting. That seems intense. And finally, we have a finished copy of The Ones We Burn by Rebecca Mix. I had an arc of this at one point, but I don't know where I put it. But this is a very pretty book. It is quite nice. So this is a fantasy with a lot going on in the description, to be entirely honest. I'm gonna have to see what this one is about because I'm actually kind of intrigued by it. I wasn't sure at first, but like, I'm really into this cover, and also the blurbs that it has, they have gotten me. Okay, so I am now just covered in boxes and books and everything. They are all around me. There's paper, there's everything, but that was a lot of fun. I quite enjoyed it, so I hope that you guys did too. I would say if you want me to do it again, but I'm hoping to not like leave these unboxings for so long next time. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much to all the publishers for sending these books my way. Like, I do really appreciate it. It definitely really helps out. But yeah, I hope that you guys liked it too. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another new video soon. Bye!